Hi, welcome to this channel on magnetic energy technology principles applications. This video is a new thing I'm going to do. We're going to try some experiments and see if you guys can participate in this. This is highly unconventional information, of course. So what I want to do is I'm going to take your requests, like whatever they might be. It might be like a prayer request, any kind of request, or an intention or whatever. And I'm going to put those in a very high energy, highly etheric machine. Okay, and so there's some people out there that do this kind of stuff and like charge a boatload of money and everything. I'm not going to charge you anything, so I want it to be an experiment. And so but this is a very sophisticated device, machine, and I'm going to put your requests and prayer requests in there. Now, so here's a couple things on how to submit this stuff. So when you put something in here, it's going to amplify the energy of everything that's in it significantly, like a lot. So, I mean, it's like having 1,000 people praying for you or something. So, what you want to do, in my opinion, and I'll change the request to do this, is everything, get your gratitude in there and get your affirmation in there. So let's say, for example, you want to submit a prayer request for a dog, like you're a pet cat that you have that has something wrong with it, like it's ill or something. So what you would do then is say, thank you that my dog or my cat or whatever is in perfect health. So that type of, like, basically the thank you it's just general. So you're thanking whatever, the universal mind. You're thanking any guides or angelic beings or whatever that might be involved. So you're just going to say thank you for this or that. And then you can submit these as a comment, which is fine. If you want it to be kept private, just put private in the comment and I won't make it public. I'll just delete it. Now, don't put in anything in your message. Don't put in any electronic identifier. So I don't want any last names, no email addresses, nothing like that. And then whoever, like, I'll have help or whatever doing this. But so I don't want anyone else to see anything that would connect you to your message. You can also email them to me at magneticenergytech@gmail, which is fine. But the same thing, I'm not going to include your email connected to the message, to whatever your request is or your affirmation, and I'm not going to do anything like that now. But have an identifier. So have an etheric or energetic identifier with your request or your affirmation. So, like, you can make up a name. I mean, you can use your first name if you want, that's fine. Or you can just make up any kind of name or anything that you want that you know, like, in your awareness, in your consciousness, is connected to your affirmation or your request. So you could put whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Angel 222, whatever you want. And so but as long as you understand and you know that it's connected to this request or this affirmation that you're making. So the other thing is, do your best if you can to try to make sure this resonates with your heart energy center. And in fact, that could be one of the things. So you could put in a thing that says something like, thank you that I am living from my heart center. Or thank you that I have expanded consciousness to the best possible degree for this incarnation. And it could, so the qualifier on that, to the best possible degree for this incarnation could be anything like that. So thank you that I have extra dimensional awareness to the best degree for this incarnation. And so this will just be the first experiment. Now, please do whatever you request or you affirm. Let it be like personal to you or the people that you know, like your family members or your pets or something like that. And then we'll do like something more global, like in another experiment. So in this experiment, I just want to do things that are personal. So it could be for finances, it could be for relationships, it could be whatever your heart guides you to do. It could be for your ascension level, your ascension speed, whatever it is. It could be to help other people in your family for healing of any kind that you imagine is that you are guided to do. And so try to make it positive, like in positive wording. positive affirmation and then with gratitude in it. And then they'll be in the machine until further notice. And then if you get, results or whatever, and you want to send in a comment about that, that's fine. I don't have any issues with that. Or if you want to send in an email saying, oh my God, that worked great or whatever. So obviously it's not an official study and we don't even have a control group or anything, but I want to get a little bit of kind of the double blind components so that whoever else sees these doesn't see any last names, no email addresses, nothing that could identify a person to that request. And I think it's just better just to have privacy that way. And then just put private on any comments that you submit or even emails that you submit. If you say private, then as soon as I grab the request out of the email, then I'll delete the emails. And so that way it's just kept, that's just your thing. Because I don't really care about, the identifiers. I just want to get the actual energy of the request or the affirmation. So please send in any questions and comments that you have, and we'll get this going ASAP, and let's just have some fun with it. And it'll just be the first experiment out of a few different experiments. So this will be fun, and I'll see you again next time.